When you're living with a condition like angina, every single day can feel like this: careful negotiation with your own body. It's a quiet, constant challenge that most people just don't see. So, okay, let's dive in and explore an approach to support that looks and honestly feels completely different.
Wow, this quote, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's not just about the physical side of things. It's the mental load. It's that voice in the back of your head that's always on, always mapping out your day, planning your routes, constantly aware of how much effort the simplest things might take. It's a life lived with this constant, careful calculation.
And what happens when you're always calculating like that? Well, this is what happens. Your world can start to feel smaller. Maybe you pass on hobbies you used to love, you think twice about social invitations, and that simple freedom to just get up and go gets replaced by this feeling of caution. This explainer right here is for anyone who gets that and is looking for some genuine practical relief. All right, let's talk about a really specific part of this daily routine. It's a frustration that so many people share, just managing all the medications. For a lot of people, this is just reality. That daily pill organizer filled up with 5, 6, maybe even more pills. And look, it's a necessary routine, of course it is, but it's also a constant physical reminder of the condition you're managing, day in and day out. And all of that leads to something called pill fatigue, and it is a very real feeling. It's that heavy oral burden where the thought of adding just one more thing to swallow can feel like too much. You're already doing so much, You just don't want to add to the pile. So what if support didn't have to come from the inside? What if there was a completely different way to think about this, an approach that works entirely from the outside? Well, this is where a perspective from traditional Chinese medicine offers a pretty fascinating alternative. The idea here is a therapy that's, 100% external. We're talking about the 5 Essences pouch. It's a method designed to offer support without you ever having to swallow a single thing. And that just fundamentally changes the daily experience of your care. So, the big question is, how does it work? Well, to really get it, we kind of have to put on a different pair of glasses for a second and look at the problem through the lens of traditional Chinese medicine. Now, this is the core concept, and it's really interesting. Instead of only looking at the physical organ, this framework sees a symptom like chest tightness as a sign of stagnant energy, or qi, and blood flow. So the goal isn't just to manage the symptom, it's to address that underlying blockage. And this just lays out the process so simply. It's a straightforward external sequence. First, the pouch is just placed on the body. Then, that allows the herbal qi to interact with the body's meridian network. Think of these as the pathways that energy flows through. And the result? The idea is to gently unblock that stagnation from the outside in. Okay, so we've got 2 totally different approaches here, right? Let's put them side by side so we can get a really clear look at the options. This chart just breaks it down perfectly. With standard pills, the delivery method is internal, right? You swallow it, it's digested, and it works through your bloodstream. The external pouch, on the other hand, is just placed on the body, and it works with that meridian network. But the bottom line, the most crucial part, is the daily experience. One can add to that oral burden, while with the other, absolutely nothing is swallowed. So let's just quickly recap the big benefits here. They really all center on the fact that this therapy is external. Absolutely nothing is swallowed, which means a lower oral burden. It's 100% external herbal therapy, and it provides this gentle, continuous support that works through the meridian network as you just go about your day. At the end of the day, understanding these different paths is all about empowerment. It's about knowing what's out there so you can make informed, confident decisions about your own health and what feels right for you. This really says it all, doesn't it? You deserve to feel supported in a way that actually fits your life and your preferences, a way that eases your burdens instead of adding to them. It's about finding an alternative that feels less like a clinical task and more a part of your life. So we want to leave you with this question to think about. Could an external approach be the right complement to your current care routine? It's a really personal decision, of course, and having clear information is always the first step. To help with that, there's a complete comparison protocol available that lays out these treatments in even more detail. It's a fantastic resource if you want to explore this a little further.